try to be our frontier. He will be president for life. All the signs are there. This is how Forbian started.
Yes, yeah.
All the signs are there. So we don't have a choice. And you are our leader. You have done this fight. You have fought the military. You have experience in democratic governance. And when you and Obasanjo are in charge of this country, no one has been in prison because he has different political.
Absolutely not.
Never, not once. Even President Buhari with his military background never did that. And here we are facing full-fledged civilians. But they are worse than any military regime we ever had. All that we must unite is only one. I think the people of Nigeria have made up their minds that this government must be, APC must be voted out. What the people of Nigeria are looking forward to is us. We must provide the leadership and the unity of purpose that we talk about. And I'm sure with your leadership, with your forbearance and your diplomatic skills of bringing people together, I'm sure we'll reach the promised land. As for me,
So, well, anyway, I know you're not the kind of person who is scared that will not, confront this situation. So, the more reason why, we should come together to confront this situation headlong. And make sure that, one, it doesn't happen anymore during the remaining part of this administration. Yes. And secondly, like you said, we send them out by 2027. And not through any other thing else, but through the ballot box.
That was the former governor of Kaduna State and the chieftain of the Social Democratic Party and the African Democratic Congress, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, telling the world, because they know what they are doing. That both of them could have spoken in Hausa and nobody will hear, but they want to say their conversation was in English. It was deliberate. They could have spoken in Hausa in that occasion, giving the people inside. But the message was well crafted, and the message is that El-Rufai was saying that Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, that he is their leader in confronting President Bola Tinubu to stop him from becoming Nigeria's poor bear, in trying to take him out of office democratically. El-Rufai was saying there, he said that we have no choice. You are our leader. You are our leader. You have done this fight. You have fought the military. You have experience in democratic governance. El-Rufai was selling Atiku Abubakar as their leader. How many of them are there? But that's beside the question. But what he was saying there is indicating that in their mind, Atiku is the leader of the coalition, of the opposition to stop Bola Tinubu. And that is also a message to Peter Obi, whom most Nigerians believe ideally should be the leader of the opposition against President Bola Tinubu. I understand what's going on. You may say that El-Rufai is respecting him because he's the vice president. He was a former vice president and all that, and he's elderly, in his 80s and all that. But the truth of the matter remains that by calling him that, you are our leader, that's a statement that is weighty. You are our leader. On what sense is he's going to be the leader of the opposition? Is it that he ought to be the presidential candidate that will confront Tinubu and stop him? It's a very beautiful music in the eyes, in the ears of Atiku Abubakar, but it is also a music that could turn to the funeral song of the opposition coalition, because whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. Now, to show you that El-Rufai knows what he was doing, another excerpt from that video, he said, I am sure with your leadership, and I'm sure with your leadership, with your forbearance, and with your diplomatic skills of bringing people together, I'm sure we will reach the promised land. This is a big endorsement for Atiku Abubakar, but it's an endorsement that I said that will finish the opposition. I have said it severally that the opposition has to get it right for them to be able to confront the ruling party. Because if you look at the ruling party right now, they are not in a position where they can be re-elected. The approval rate now is barely 30%. Approval rating of Tinubu is barely 30%. I checked Grok, one of the latest polls, just 30% approval rate. Nobody gets re-elected with such very poor approval rating. But it is also fundamental that those who want to change the Tinubu administration democratically, like Atiku said there, the process we want to follow is the democratic process. It means that they are ignoring some fundamentals of democracy, and that is justice. For Atiku Abubakar, who is a proponent of zoning, Atiku Abubakar loves zoning. He believes in it. He cannot pretend that he doesn't believe in zoning or the rotation of power between north and south. He can't say that he doesn't believe in it, because if he doesn't believe in it, why did he lead the protest against Goodluck Jonathan in 2014-2015? He was one of the PDP leaders that led the 5G governors that include Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, Chibi Kerotimi Amechi, and several other people that moved from PDP at that time to join the APC, basically because they believe strongly that power should return to the north. And now the power has returned to the north. North has used this power under President Muhammadu Buhari for 8 years. And the power has come to the south. Is President Bola Tinubu the best material from the south? Absolutely no. If we are sincere with ourselves, there are a lot of people who would have done better job than him. And if the election had gone the way that Nigerian people expected, he wouldn't be there. But that's a story for another day. So now that the power is in the south, by 2027 it's going to be 4 years of power returning to the south. It is expected that power is supposed to remain in the south for 8 years. But let us take it that Tinubu has wasted 4 years of the south. But that is not a justification for not to come back to power, because there are other eligible southerners who can fill the gap, who can make up for the mistakes of Tinubu, who can unite the country better, who can reduce nepotism in the country, who can rejig the economy better, who can reduce poverty better, who can make the country productive, moving the country from being a consuming nation to a productive nation. We have them in abundance, and one of them is Peter Obi. And even if the last president, the president in 2023, they say it was microzone to southwest, you cannot compare Osibanjo with Bola Tinubu in all ramifications of leadership. You will not, because leadership is not just about being in politics and being in power for so long that you have been changing governors and all that. Leadership is beyond that. If you look at Yemi Osibanjo, you know that this is somebody that has been prepared academically, character-wise and otherwise for leadership. Okay? He's somebody that is close to Peter Obi in terms of cleanliness. That was no issue of scandal, no corruption. You can't type their name in Google and you get multiples of corruption allegations against them. Okay? But Tinubu is the one that is there, and he has not performed well. So everybody is angry. The North is angry. The South is angry. But the anger of the North and South over the poor performance of the APC under President Bola Tinubu is not a justification for power to return to the North to the level that El-Rufai want us to believe that Atiku is the leader that will lead the opposition against Tinubu in 2027. That would be unfair to the southern Nigerians. I have heard people say that it will help if they do that, if Atiku is to be the rallying point of the opposition, that it means that the North is going to have that the South will now rally around Tinubu. That since he's one of them, I have seen some analysts make that because say if Atiku is the candidate of the coalition, that they are going to support a Southern candidate that is going to support Tinubu. Vote for that. I say that's not right. Southerners should not make the mistake of supporting failure under the guise of he's from the South. No. What is important is that another Southerner, if it become obvious that Atiku Abubakar is insisting that he's going to run, even though it's not the turn of the North to produce a president, let him run. But Peter Obi must run. And if Peter Obi runs, as many Nigerians expect him to run, it therefore means that Peter Obi can still win. Anybody who was able to get 10 million votes in 2023 can even get more now on his own. Peter Obi strongly believed that he won the last election. So he won it. Atiku was in the ballot. Kwankwaso was in the ballot. Tinubu was in the ballot. He was able to present proof that he won. But of course, the Supreme Court didn't agree with him. But that is an indication that Peter Obi can win. Because there is nothing to recommend the Tinubu government to continue. All indices of development, none is working in Nigeria's favor. None. What they celebrate as an achievement is not even worthy of celebration in a sense society. For example, you met the price of fuel at 187 naira on May 29, on May 28, 2023. Under you, the price of fuel went to 1,500 naira, and now it has gotten to 1,000 naira in some places, 800 or something. And you are telling us that, look, what we are working is working. How can it be working? Until you take the price down to May 28, 2029, no reasonable, no May 28, 2023, no reasonable person should be clapping for you, because that's not where you made the fuel. If the dollar you made the dollar floated the naira, and the dollar rose to 2,000 naira, now it's about 1615, and you want us to clap for you, that's an indication that your reform is working. No, sir, that's not an indication. Until you take us to where you met us on May 28, 2023, it's not working. And that is, Nigerians are feeling it in all sides. Whether you are from southeast or southwest, south or north central, everywhere people are feeling the pinch. So Peter Obi can run on his own, and he can still win if Nigerians truly desire change. That's my take. So the idea that because when Atiku run, because that the Southerners should rally around Tinubu, that's a bad idea. You can't support a president that has not performed. Even Tinubu himself, in 2015, it was a Southerner that was the president of Nigeria. We are talking about Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Tinubu believed that he has failed. What did he do? He jettisoned Southern solidarity. He didn't support Jonathan. He rejected Jonathan. He led the media campaign against Jonathan government as corrupt, as inefficient, as clueless and all that. At that time, he didn't remember Southern solidarity. So why should any Southerner solidarize with him now? It doesn't make sense. Any Southerner who must solidarize with Peter Obi. The South should rally around Peter Obi, so that Peter Obi can be able to clear the South and clear the battleground states in the North Central, and then with pockets of states in the Northeast and Northwest, he's on his way to the presidency. So this video is very important. I hope that Peter Obi sees it, to see what these people are thinking, that Atiku is our leader. Okay? And he even said that we don't have a choice. You are our leader. We don't have a choice. You are our leader. No. We have a choice. Atiku Abubakar is not everybody's choice. If Atiku wants to run, he should wait until 2031, when it's supposed to be the turn of the North to run. But that doesn't mean that if Atiku runs, Southerners should rally around Tinubu. That's a flawed argument when we have Peter Obi, who we expect to be in the race. I don't know what to think about El-Rufai's assertion that Atiku is our leader, who will lead us to confront Tinubu. And how do you situate it with Peter Obi, who is also believed to be a part of the ADC alliance, and the prospect of this alliance resulting to the defeat of Bola Tinubu in 2027. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.